Tonight on Dispatches, we show how school students brokered weapons around the world.
We're moving these guns to Angola.
They broker thumb cuffs.
It's a torture method.
A sting stick. An electroshock baton. And import a lethal weapon. All legally brokered by teenagers.
I'm an arms dealer.
They smelt a bit of money and they didn't care what our company was like or who we were.
I will go out and I will find those guns, I will buy them, and then I will sell them on.
If they had stricter rules, then this wouldn't have happened.
September 2005, the London Arms Fair. This is the gathering of the arms industry.
What's ultra frag?
From the biggest multinational to the more trotter trading types, they are all here with one purpose, to line up clients and flog guns.
This is an anti-tank grenade.
Roughly 500,000 people a year are killed around the world with small arms, everything from pistols to grenades. That's one a minute. There are 640 million guns in circulation, and we add to that figure by 8 million each year.
You've got a stress grenade. Yeah. Are you giving the stress grenades away? Could I have a stress grenade?
They're Gucci items on the black market.
What a fantastic way to describe it.
That is quite a... And how far would it be affected? Even countries with arms embargoes, like China, come to these dues.
In 2004, the British government introduced legislation to control the arms trade and brokering. Brokering is where someone arranges an arms deal, but the goods don't actually touch the country they work from. So you could arrange a deal from Britain and the guns go direct from China to Chad, for example. Unfortunately, that legislation isn't working. And tonight in Dispatches, we reveal the loopholes in arms control.
Meet the after-school arms clubs, Williams Defence and Schochter Associates. Average age, 16. With the help of their teachers, Mr. Lear and Sister Barbara, they broker arms all around the world.
Hi, I'm Ellie. I'm 15 and I'm an arms broker. I specialise in tanks.
Hi, I'm Michaela Herbert. I'm 16. I'm an arms broker and I specialise in shotguns and missiles.
Hi, I'm Tim. I'm 15 and I'm in charge of customer relations for Williams Defence.
Together, we set out to explore Europe's arms controls.
Who wants to go for the tank?
I'll go for the tank.
You're going to go for the tank, OK.
Hello, I'm calling to ask about a TR-85 M1 tank. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Fantastic. You're in the tank business.
Along with the arms brokering, the students filmed their experiences to make this documentary and kickstart European governments into action.
As I wanted the students to get a sense of the world they're entering into, I brought along an arms dealer to meet them.
After School Arms Club. Step 1. Network with other brokers.
I know you guys have got questions to ask, but I think it might be helpful if Mick explained what it is you do.
I'm an arms dealer. When somebody comes to me and says they want 20,000 M16s or something like that, I will go out and I will find those guns, I will buy them, and then I will sell them on.
How did you get into the arms trade?
Purely by accident. Purely by accident. You don't see it at a job centre. No, just a liking of guns, which started off as a basic gun dealership, which obviously turned into business in the defence industry.
I've got some documentation here from about the exports in Albania, and it says there's one to Imperial Defence Services. It had 3 million cartridge belts twice, and then 200 machine guns and 300,000 cartridge belts again. Is that like a typical order?
Yes, sure. That was stuff that we brought to the UK. Those anti-tank guns, they were then exported to Canada, and I remember where the other ones went to.
What countries do you work out of?
We've got offices in many countries around the world, so, if I name them, there'd be quite a few. I'd rather not name them, but we have got offices in quite a few countries.
Do you detach yourself from where you send your weapons, and do you think of the effects?
You've got to stand back and let somebody else make the decision. You're getting documentation, you send it to an authority, be it in England, be it in Australia, be it the USA, whoever's exporting the weapons, and they decide whether the end user that you're presenting to them is acceptable or not.
You said you've been in the trade 25 years. How many deals have you done over that time?
Oh, countless. I wouldn't like to hazard a guess. We've certainly moved, I suppose, pushing 100,000 small arms, regardless of what other stuff we've done, but that will give you some idea. But I've got the number of deals, it's impossible to say.
All that you need to be an arms dealer is a mobile phone, an internet address. You don't even need an office. You can make do with a postal address.
After School Arms Club, Step 2, get brokering. And at Williams Defence, that's exactly what they did.
Hi, I'm Ed Beale, aka Ed Durker, and I'm a manager and director of Williams Defence.
Yeah?
I went to Williams Defence head office to help them with their first deal.
You're going to be the boss. So you're going to be Ed Durker. You can do the call.
Good afternoon.
I wonder if I could speak to someone on the sales team.
Sales are at lunch at the moment. Can I help you or take a message?
Well, I wonder if you might be able to help. I've got an inquiry here. In fact, I've just got my boss coming. I wonder if I can pass you over to Ed Durker.
Okay.
It's Ed Durker from Direct Deals. Defence Deals Direct.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello there, can I help you?
Hi, yeah, we're a new company. We're just wondering trying to find some handcuffs for Egypt, and we wondered whether we'd have to have a licence for it.
Okay. Whereabouts are you?
We're in London.
London. Just bear with me, just 1 minute.
Put me on hold.
Hello, is it for export you need it for?
Yes, please.
Yes, for export. Hold on. And your name is?
Ed Durker.
Ed Durker. D-U?
D-U-R-K-A.
Okay. Okay, then. Somebody will give you a ring after 2 o'clock and we'll find out for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Well done.
Over the next few weeks, Williams Defence contacted dozens of suppliers, brokering items not covered by UK export controls.
This is the wolf stick.
It's a torture method.
We found a brokering company.
Yes, sir.
Interrogation chair with accessories.
Hello, do you speak English? I was just looking, buying some pump action shotguns.
Williams Defence also discovered some EU countries had no brokering laws, where they could even broker small arms, like shotguns.
I was really shocked. I never thought that we'd go as far as this.
Guns from Eastern Europe to Liberia.
So we've got interrogation foot warmer and interrogation chair.
And eventually they burn the soles of your feet away.
A steel sting stick.
I emailed the Chinese company to get the sting stick.
We have a client who has expressed an interest in purchasing some of your equipment for a private security force in West Africa.
Importing to a fictitious client in the UK, the students soon got to see the goods they shifted. Item 1, thumb cuffs. Thumb cuffs moved from Taiwan to a client in the UK.
I was asked along to the Common Select Committee that, amongst other things, looks at the UK military list. This, quite simply, is the list of military equipment that requires a licence for export. While I was there, I took the opportunity of showing them the thumb cuffs.
As the military list lists equipment item by item, it causes as many problems as it solves. It can never cover everything. Therefore, items that could be used for torture and are not on the list can be legally brokered anywhere in the world without a licence. What's required is a catch-all clause that restricts anything that could be used for torture.
This group of students who are in the room here I've been working with, they're part of an amnesty group at an Oxford school. And we've been working together on some of the items that
are included on the list and aren't. And these aren't. These are what we managed to get hold of.
Can Mr Thomas pass these
Very
around
quickly,
the room,
because Sir John's coming in a minute.
I would urge members of the committee not to play with them. These are not included on the current list. Wall cuffs are not included on the current list. Sting sticks, which are made in China, which are about this big. They're a metal rod with barbs all around them. There is no earthly reason other to do severe damage with them for these things to exist. It is perfectly legal for me to go and broker, indeed the students, to go and broker these things. I think that's incredible. Sting stick, brokered from China to California.
This was ordered by Oxford school children from a place in China, and on the side of the package it looks like it says Hong Kong, and it was sent to Williams Defense, care of me, in Albion, California. At any rate, there are a total of 13 of these little pointy metal objects drilled through a piece of metal in the middle, so 26 points that could hurt somebody. It looks like a medieval weapon.
Having been brokered to Doug in California, the Sting stick was then imported to Williams Defense.
You will not believe this, guys. I'm just shocked looking at it. There is only one thing that can be used for, isn't there? It's so sharp. Seriously. It's actually shocked me. Has it shocked you looking at it? That is a real weapon of torture, yet it's not on the torture list. And the message we want to send to MPs is we've got to get stuff like this on there, haven't we?
Even without the spikes, I mean, it's going to hurt anyway.
Really, really heavy. That's just horrible.
Don't drop it. No pressure.
No, you can feel how heavy it is.
It would be nasty, just can't tear.
I think it's a bad idea. I think it's absolutely stupid that kids at a school can get their hands on something as lethal as this. But I mean, at the end of the day, we haven't. This is why the laws need to be tightened.
I just can't see how anyone would even design it, let alone use it on anyone. Can't be justified. And the fact that we've got it as kids in a hand, it shows how it can be got, which is just sick.
Yeah.
We're all now on the motorway going towards London, basically to present our findings before MPs in London. Obviously we can't film inside the House of Parliament because of all the regulations, but we're going to show them what we've been able to do and hopefully just make them realise how horrendous it is that a bunch of teenagers have been able to broker sting sticks and wall cuffs and thumb screws. It's things which are only used for torture. We've been able to get hold of them so easily.
Malcolm Wicks is the minister who is in charge of arms export licensing.
The students would like to show you what they've managed to procure, first of all.
And tell me how you got it as well.
This is the first lot, which is from Poland.
Wall cuffs, moved from Poland to London.
These are wall cuffs. As you can see, these are designed purely and simply so that you can attach someone to the wall. You could actually sell it to Uzbekistan, for example, because handcuffs aren't a licensed item, and so that stuff would go straight under the radar.
Completely unable to
do it. Well, except to certain regimes, yes, but
that wouldn't come under at all.
That isn't on the export list, the military list at all.
This is the Sting stick. If I can open the Sting up, it is the bizarre thing about this. I should point out is that the police have actually said, look, you know, if you get this out too much, we can't give you permission to wave this thing around because it's an offensive weapon. Or it could be deemed an offensive weapon if you decide to rush around the tube with it.
Yeah.
But this is what it is, and you can see this is not something. If you have a look, feel how heavy that is.
Trying to get me arrested, isn't it?
I mean, basically, that stuff has... Do you remember where it was used?
Tibet.
It was used in Tibet.
China.
It's been bought in Cambodia. It's been deployed in Nepal.
So you bought it from where? Tell me again.
Oh, well, that one from China. It's brought it to the USA.
And that went from China to the US and then back into England.
Well, I mean, I think you've identified loopholes that clearly ought to be plugged as soon as possible.
Well, what guarantee can you give us that the laws will be tightened on, all this kind of stuff?
We can't give a guarantee because our committee don't make the laws. We scrutinise what the government does and then try and persuade them to change the laws.
When we produce a report, the government has to respond in a certain period of time. But you doing this sort of thing helps us in our job, to be honest.
So what did you guys think of today?
I think it went really well.
It went really well, yeah. I really think we achieved something worthwhile that, you know, might actually change. Might actually change, you know, the arms schools and do something about the legislation.
Not every day a group of school children get to broker a load of stuff off the police and security equipment and move it around the world and then turn round to a British minister and say, here it is, you should do something about it.
'Cause kids with guns, kids with guns.
Coming up, at our Irish school, Sister Barbara and the convent girls get stuck into the world of arms dealing.
600 egg-sized stones per minute. Tell Anna with non-fatally think that'll kill you.
And get hold of one of the weirdest bits of military equipment in the world.
Hi, yeah, we're in New...
Williams Defence in Oxford have already brokered thumb cuffs, wall cuffs and a sting stick, all potential torture tools and not controlled by UK brokering law.
The European Union decided to get to grips with arms brokering, and in 2003 they announced a common position, forcing all members to introduce laws on brokerage. Ireland has not done that, and it's here in Ireland that we've set up our second after-school arms club.
After School Arms Club. Step 3. Anything goes in Ireland. The UK has brokerage laws, albeit with loopholes. Ireland, on the other hand, has still not adopted any of the EU common position requirements regarding the brokering of arms. Sister Barbara and her pupils run a human rights group and wanted to set up an after-school arms club to highlight their government's failings.
I'm Sister Barbara and a teacher and the CEO of Shachter Associates.
Hi, I'm Margaret. I'm 17 years old and I'm the Marketing Director of Shachter Associates.
Hi, I'm Maeve. I'm 18 years old and I'm Financial Director of Shachter Associates.
Hi, I'm Laura. I'm 18 and I'm Weapons Specialist with Shachter Associates.
Like Williams Defence, they hit the websites and got brokering.
Okay, I'm going to look up submachine guns. Okay, now I just have to type in the email address.
Hello? Oh, hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We're going to buy Uzai pistol.
These are the AK-47s.
We are going to buy a Tech 9 semi-automatic pistol.
Assault helicopters. We'll try assault helicopter and see that.
And we are going to buy a .38 caliber revolver.
This is an auto grenade launcher and it's...
Are we happy?
Yeah.
Happy, I like it.
Lightweight, easy aiming, simple handling and maintenance, sighting device.
I'm just amazed at what's going on.
They never ask questions, what age we were, anything about our company.
They're handcuff and leg iron. Oh! Connected with a chain.
It's like, you know the way you see in films with the slave thingies and they have the yoke around their legs and they have the yoke around their hands and it's just like the chain and they can't walk.
Oh, on your leg and your hand?
Yeah, and you can't walk and you're like this basically and you can't walk.
We're getting ready to email or to ring South Africa.
And we were in contact with you about the purchase of leg cuffs.
Just 1 moment. Oh, yes, sorry, from Ireland.
Yes, that's right. Thank you. Yes, bye.
So easy to be done and so easy to get these things. Just unbelievable.
One company actually asked us, would we like to be an agent for their company in Ireland? So.
Amnesty, along with human rights NGO AFRI, briefed the girls on the brokering situation in Ireland.
Ireland does have an arms trade. It's worth $5 billion a year. At the moment, the controls are not in place. So we need to send out that message very clearly. And most people will be shocked. Ireland, in fact, has no legislation at all to control the activities of arms brokers. So even if your office is across the road from Dáil Éireann, and every single member of Dáil Éireann knows what you're doing, they can't touch you because you're not breaking any law.
Nobody expects anybody in Ireland to be, to have anything to do with arms because we're such a neutral country.
Like the Oxford students, the convent girls filmed their investigation to make this documentary and put pressure on the Irish government to introduce brokering laws.
Yes.
Back at HQ, the convent girls have found a bizarre and potentially lethal device.
600 egg-sized stones per minute. Tell Anna, with non-fatally thing, that'll kill you.
Oh, it looks so small and defensive.
Kind of looks like the tennis ball.
It looks like something you'd make pasta with or something.
Yeah, it looks like a kitchen thing.
Thanks to its controlled design, anyone struck by a stone will be hurt, even stunned, but not fatally injured. If you got one across this temple, you'd be fatally injured.
Working with the girls, we decided to try and import the stone thrower. At £5,000, this would be the most ambitious item the programme had attempted to move. Stone thrower, moved from Israel to Ireland. Sister Barbara and I used hidden cameras to capture the dealer and his wife, who had offered to come to Ireland to demonstrate the machine, which, they told us, had already been used by the Israeli military.
Yep.
Working with the girls, we decided to try and import the stone thrower. This would be the most ambitious item the programme had attempted to move. The Israeli dealer decided to pass it off as agricultural equipment.
And they have sold us this, which is the stone thrower. Their paperwork says that it's a manure dispersal unit for agricultural use. And this one here, again, manure dispersal unit, item for display for demonstration only. Now, a bit naughty because it's clearly military equipment. So we've got to try and find out how they got it into the country. Did they bother getting a licence, which we don't think they did. We've got to try and find out, is this a normal route that they use, the agricultural usage? Is that a normal thing? And is it lethal? Those are the big things we've got to find out.
A comedian and a nun might not make for the most convincing arms dealers, but we gave it our best shot.
How lovely to see you. This is Barbara, who is one of Barbara's our co-MD.
From a hidden vantage point, the board of Schochter Associates observed the demonstration, waiting to break cover and confront the dealer.
This is Will, who's my nephew.
Hiya, pleased to meet you.
When the man and woman came, we were so nervous.
Well, let's go. Let's go.
We just sat there, we were talking to ourselves, poor Sister Barbara down in the field with Mark and Will, and we were praying that they wouldn't turn the stone thrower on.
The girls were wired into the conversation. They needed to know exactly what the Pellets had to say.
We were all up in a room and we were so scared like that something was going to happen to Sister Barbara or to Mark, or it really was. It was scary now.
Did you have much trouble with the because I saw it was agricultural.
We didn't want them to ask too many questions, and then we have a special permit for one. At the customs, did you have any difficulty?
No.
So it's the same.
So did you have a permit?
No.
So you didn't get it?
We just send it like this.
Without a licence?
Without licence.
Okay. I think this could be very good. I'm very excited about this. Barbara?
Yes.
Do you have a good feeling about it?
Yeah, I think it's going to.
Let's have a look.
Here we go.
I want to see somebody who can be there.
Wow. It's very good, yes. I imagine you only need to use this thing a couple of times.
Yes.
And people get the idea.
Exactly.
So you use it once, maybe twice. Yes. They know you've got it.
Yes. For warning. It's more warning than to hurt them.
Could it kill them if they got in them?
No. This is for not kill.
Yeah.
No.
But if they were at 10 yards...
It depends where you get the stone.
If you got in the way of it, if I got in front of this thing and was here, and that hit me...
if you stay here, I kill you.
So if how far is it?
12 meter. After 12 meter, if it's not coming here like Goliath, it's not killed.
Could I say to you, we have an order, because you've said we didn't get a licence for this. Does that mean that we could export and use the term agricultural equipment to wherever we were exporting to?
I think it's the same way we did with this.
Okay. Because obviously some destinations are sensitive destinations.
Yes. You could also give the same reason that it's for agriculture purposes.
So if we had a destination in West Africa that was sensitive, there wouldn't be a problem from your end?
No.
I just need to know if something is going to a sensitive destination, whether we can, between us, say this is agricultural equipment and just move it straight through.
Maybe another colour.
If it wasn't green, so if it wasn't an army green, we could put it into a silver or a...
Yes.
That would be very helpful. Can I try this?
Sure, you must try.
I'd turn this on. Okay, and then this, and then. Oh, I see. Wow.
I had just fired 200, maybe 300 stones in 20 seconds.
Of course. Can I just have I want to just have a look and see what the...
Just a minute, you want to look?
I want to look at what's happened on the targets. They would have got that. I think we've caught them here as well. That's very good. Yeah. No, this is very good. That's very good. Can I... What I want to try and do... Can we... I want to see what these are like here. Can we put those here? I need to make an assessment of it at close range as well. That's very good.
Very high.
Yeah. No, I understand it. Now that's interesting. I think it's an amazing machine. I'm very, very impressed with it. I think you should meet the rest of the company.
When we walked out, we had to all hold hands. We were so nervous. It was just a rush. You know, we thought all this work was coming to a head.
When we walked out, we were all like holding hands, and we got to finally meet someone and ask him, like, why he was doing this, or like what was he getting out of it, like, and it really was, and it was scary.
Stop this.
No. Oh, do you want to fire it?
Yeah, I can stop him.
These girls here have been running a company. This is their equipment.
Okay.
These are the people who bought this. We were looking at how police and security equipment is brokered and moved around the world. They were very interested in this because as young people, they were very interested that this was being used on young people. Girls, have you got any questions that you wanted? Did you see this machine going?
How can you say it's not going to kill someone? We just saw it knock someone down.
No, she said, how do you know? How can you say it won't kill someone?
How I tell him? I cannot tell him.
It has the capacity to kill somebody.
This isn't agricultural equipment.
Yeah.
It is police and security equipment, isn't it?
It can shoot everything, not only stone.
How can he say that it doesn't kill people when he just said that it was fatal at 12 metres, and he turned around and said, oh, you could use it for sweets at a festival, and you're like, happy Halloween, like, stone thrower full of sweets.
If you put inside here sukariot,
Sweets.
Sweet is can shoot sweet. If you put here...
Who would put sweets into...
Here, bring sweet, I will show you.
Why?
Why?
We understand.
I tell you why. In Israel is working with this. Why this is not kill nobody. It's better to shoot the person. I put here stone now. Go be there. I want to see what you do. Okay? You go and you not come in here.
Can I ask you one question before you?
No.
Okay.
I don't answer you nothing now.
Okay.
Talk with you. You're not honest person.
He's just angry, and if I was in his position, I'd be angry too.
With sweets of Halloween. What's he trying to do? Scare the kids away?
It is slightly nuts to say that to suggest that the Israeli army would fire sweets at Palestinians.
We left the pellets contemplating if they might label their next export of the stone thrower as confectionery equipment.
What would your message be then to the Irish authorities?
But if that's
Look not at what you're considered, letting into the country.
If that's not considered a weapon, what is? Like if that's I don't understand. Like that, it has the potential to kill someone. Therefore, it's a weapon. And why isn't that on the list as well? Like it's crazy.
This is Northern Ireland here. This is
Coming up, the boys from Oxford go to Ireland to broker guns.
We're moving these guns to Angola.
That was very good.
Yeah.
The Oxford girls go to Italy in search of some even bigger kit.
Exports on weapons or traffic?
Weapons.
While Sister Barbara and the convent girls blow their cover. So far, our after-school arms club investigation into the arms trade has taken us to an international arms fair,
have a look.
a meeting with a minister,
Cambodia,
and an undercover arms deal. Along the way, we've moved thumb cuffs, wall cuffs, sting sticks and a stone thrower.
This bit of the road is in Northern Ireland and we're bound by British law. If we step over here, we're in Ireland. Let's do some arms deals.
Now we up the stakes and see how some destinations offer the chance of even bigger deals.
And the PM1 Forest Guard gun.
After School Arms Club. Step 4. Broker abroad and get away with it. First destination, Italy.
Italian authorities call
Ellie and Michaela from Williams Defence were on their first international arms trip. Our mission? To exploit a loophole that frees you from the UK law and deal in weapons if you leave British shores.
We've come to Italy because in Italy there are no brokerage laws. And as there are no laws about UK citizens working outside the UK on small arms like machine guns and things, that means that our Oxford students can come along and become arms dealers and brokers completely legally here in Italy.
It's crazy that, we can just hop on a plane and do this.
Yes, if we can do it, just imagine about the people who have far more power, what they can do.
What do you think about getting some of those from Pakistan? These are rocket-propelled grenades. It's the airburst anti-personnel rocket.
Shall I say who I am?
Yeah.
There are 5 European Union countries with no brokerage laws whatsoever. They are Ireland, Cyprus, Portugal, Greece and Luxembourg.
About some quotes for airburst anti-personnel rockets.
Thank you.
Italy's legal situation falls somewhere between lax and ambiguous.
Do you want to get some shotguns? Yeah. Yeah? Okay. There's no way you go popping quail out of the sky with this stuff. This is an anti-riot shotgun. It's from South Africa, and we're going to try and get a quote for 40 of these, I think.
G'day.
Hello,
Can I help you?
Could I speak to someone in sales and exports?
Exports on weapons or traffic?
Weapons.
One moment, please.
If we were to do these deals from the UK without a licence, we would be breaking the law. The fact that we can jump on a plane and do them legally from the continent is both the fault of the countries without brokerage laws and the UK.
Some pump-action shotguns.
These are kind of... Oh, look at that. Anti-tank and incendiary grenades. You want a tank?
Hello, I'm calling to ask about a TR-85 M1 tank. Is this the right person to talk to?
Can you repeat what type of tank?
TR-85 M1 tank.
Yes, but we are... okay, you are asking about some price or what do you want to ask?
Yeah, a price.
We'll do all our best to reply you very quickly. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Fantastic. You're in the tank business.
My lifelong dream.
That's great. He said, well, that was fantastic because you said, I want to speak about a tank. And he said, what, do you want a price?
Kids with guns, kids with guns. Easy does it, they got something to say. Drinking now, pacify.
While in Italy, we took the opportunity to speak to a local state prosecutor about an interesting case involving a big-time arms broker.
So the guy we're going to go and see is Mr. Mappelli, who is a magistrate, a state prosecutor. He was the person who basically was in charge of bringing a case against a guy called Leonard Minin, who was found to be brokering guns to all sorts of places like Liberia, Sierra Leone. We think Congo, we'll find that out. And basically the Italian authorities caught him. They caught him red-handed, put him in jail, and couldn't do anything because there's no law to prosecute him under.
Minim was caught in Italy with evidence connecting him to the breaking of UN arms embargoes in Liberia and Sierra Leone, something he himself confessed to. But because none of the deals were done in Italy and the countries he operated from had no brokerage laws, he never faced charges. So like us, via a simple hop over the border, the law didn't follow the broker.
We were wondering how you came to find out about the case Leonard Minin, how you found him.
The police found cocaine in his room, and he had offered drug to some girls that who kept him company. Policemen found a bag with a lot of documents in Russian and English language.
Can you tell us why Minin's case was disregarded?
It is not punishable because there is not an interest of Italian of Italy to the punition of this crime, and overall because the rules in the countries are different each other.
Usually you do not get the evidence in arms trade, and this time we got evidence which you never get.
The girls had gone as far as they could in Italy, so they handed the baton over to the boys. Their destination? Ireland, a country we know is totally free of brokering controls.
This is the edge. This is Northern Ireland here. This is Ireland here. Literally where you see this tarmac change is where it changes country. Step over, we'll step into Ireland. We're completely legal now. We can do all sorts of things that we wouldn't be able to do in Britain, just because we stepped over that line. We've got your email with the price for the HS 2000 pistols. Mr. Lear, explain me real quick.
Hi there.
Sorry?
Hi, I've just been having a meeting with my client and he's very pleased about the prices for the HS 2000.
Okay.
I just wanted to finalise some details. Do you know whether there'd be any problem with the government in Angola?
I think everything we did, we basically succeeded in.
We're moving these guns to Angola.
We had a bit of trouble with getting certain weapons.
I've got to run off to my meeting again. I'll just pass you over to my secretary.
My name is Mark Thomas. I'm the secretary for George Lear from Williams Defence. You very kindly provided us with a quote for the Neosted 12-bore pump-action shotgun.
I've got a new client here interested in shotguns for Israel, West Bank.
Yes, I think we might have a problem because it's going to be a problem for us to get an export permit for Israel.
So do you think I'd easily be able to send it to a country nearby?
Yes, we would have to talk about it. I know that, we have a distributor, say, in Switzerland or so, something like that, maybe that is possible.
All right.
That was very good.
Yeah.
Well done.
So we got quite good at just playing the game, really.
Just down the road at Portlaoise, the convent girls were very close to securing a deal on an electroshock baton. a weapon included on the UK military list as torture equipment, so completely illegal for any UK citizen to broker, but perfectly okay for Irish convent girls to buy.
I was sitting beside Sister Barbara and it was kettles.
Yeah.
And like washing machines and like dishwashers and next thing stun buttons beside it. It was just ironic that these companies sell kettles, they sell washing machines, next thing stun buttons. It just didn't add up, it didn't make sense.
Hello?
Yeah?
Hi, my name is Mary Rose. I'm financial assistant to Hugh Masterson of Shofter Associates. I'm just wondering, could we speak to someone regarding our transaction we made?
Okay, so you can talk with me.
Oh, we got one.
Did you?
Yeah. For who? One stun baton is $7 something. I can't remember what the price was. But if you wanted to buy one sample, it was $20 because you're not buying a large quantity of them. You have to.
It's cheaper to buy in bulk.
Stun baton, brokered by Shofter Associates from Korea to human rights campaigner Doug Nunn in California.
All right, thank you very much. Have a good day. I appreciate it. Hi, my name's Doug Nunn, and I just received this today, a few moments ago, from Korea in the mail. Hello? And it was mailed to Seichtar Associates at my address in Albion, California. Is this Sister Barbara and the girls? As repeat firing for longer durations can damage unit and void the warranty.
I received the baton.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Really?
Right here, the Stunmaster stun baton says it's 20 inches long and it gives off 500,000 volts.
Oh my God.
500,000.
It's got two 9-volt alkaline batteries in it right now.
And is it all together or is it in little bits? Do you have to put it together?
Now I'm going to turn it on.
It's just strange to think that there is actual people that's out there doing it.
For 3 to 5 seconds, it will cause a loss of balance and muscle control, total mental confusion and disorientation, leaving someone dazed. Wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that one. But anyway, that's what it is. Let me show you one more time. I held the wrong part. Anyway, that'll show me. Don't hold the top of the gun. I found out the hard way.
Sister Barbara and the girls called a press conference. The deals they'd pulled off in their after-school club had shocked the sister and her students. It was time to tell the Irish media.
Now, I would like to hand over to the students who will tell us what they learned and how easy it is to become an international arms broker from a classroom in a school in Portlaoise.
We're an international business with a very broad range of clients. We cater for dictators, torturers, and corrupt police estates. We buy our products from a variety of international suppliers. We don't care if they are selling to children or where their products will end up.
There is another weapon that has been very controversial in the past couple of years, not least because of the way it has been used against prisoners in Guantanamo Bay.
Leg irons, moved from South Africa to Ireland.
I don't think you'd like those in your leg.
We email companies who sell serious weapons like grenade launchers and Uzi machine guns. But only being students, it obviously meant that we didn't have the sufficient funds to buy such weapons. It was a tiny budget, so we started to consider smaller equipment.
Amnesty International describe electric shock batons as the torturer's tool of choice. They are classified by most countries, including Ireland, as a weapon used for humiliating and degrading treatment. In prisons from China to Turkmenistan, from Algeria to Armenia, they are used to inflict pain and force confessions from inmates. Just before Christmas, we bought one from a South Korean dealer. We had the baton sent to a friend and human rights activist in California because the US has no controls on importing stun batons.
The teenage girls from Portlaoise had brought the issue of arms brokering to national attention, an amazing achievement for their after-school arms club.
Yes, exactly.
Since the press conference, the Irish government told dispatches they are
preparing new export control legislation, and we hope to have a bill published later this year. The new legislation will include provisions for the regulation of arms brokering activities in Ireland and by Irish citizens abroad. This will enable Ireland to fulfil its obligation under the EU Common Position on arms brokering and will ensure that Ireland is meeting its EU and national obligations in full.
We're proud of the hard work that we put in through the year, and eventually it all paid off.
Along with William's defence, the girls' adventures into the arms world had been a real eye-opener. Shocking. An education.
And just amazed at what's going on.
Into just how much work actually needs to be done to control the arms trade globally.
I'd say wake up, think of what you're doing to the world, think of what you're doing to other people.
The government do have control over what people can broker.
It's about time the government looked around to see what was going on.
It's just been such a learning experience for me. Actions are made up of individuals. If you're part of the supply chain, you're part of the problem. It's shown me that more people do need to know about these things and that something needs to be done about it. I hope this has changed something, but I'm angry that we were able to do it in the first place. I think my parents probably thought I was joking at first, because it's not the kind of thing you come home from school and say, I'm going to order a sting stick tomorrow or something.
A little part of us is still sad that we could actually pull off this project, that it can actually be done.
So what's needed? 1. All European countries need brokerage laws. 2. There needs to be a catch-all clause to bring in all the military and torture equipment that's not on the list. 3. We need to have a law that stops British citizens being able to leave Britain to do deals they're not able to do here. And 4. There needs to be a register of dealers and brokers. The government can decide who deals, who doesn't. If there had been a register, the students wouldn't have been able to do what they have done. Doing all this stuff actually wasn't child's play, but the solution to it is.
Well, on Thursday at 9 o'clock, Dispatches looks at how to beat your kids' asthma. Coming up next at 4, we follow 3 young people bravely trying to overcome their speech difficulties in Help Me to Speak.